You caught me there. I'm doing a little bit of a, wiggle wobble. Anyway, good evening po sa inyo lahat. Welcome to Lira in Law. Thank you for joining me on usual Thursday get together between 7:30 and 8:30 p.m. Ang pangalan ko po, I am your host, Lira Simon Kabatbat, broadcasting live as usual from London, England. I'm a practicing solicitor of over 33 years post-qualification experience. So hindi pa kasama yung pag-aaral ko and the training. So if you add those, the training and the studies, I would be knocking on, a bit too close to 40 years. Not quite yet, but it's a long time, long time. I'm principal of Douglas Simon Solicitors. We are a firm in London. The end of the district line, which is the Richmond line, the Green line, so if you want to come and visit us, easy commute. So now, salamat po for joining me. As I say, on our usual Thursday get together. As usual, ang topic po natin ay galing sa inyo, where else would I get it from? Now, so we've had a lot of people write in, and some we will deal with your questions nga nila. Our star question, this is a topic coming from you, is this, So babasahin ko, and then hopefully you find it interesting. So sandali nga lang. Let me just see if I can find a question. Ito. Okay. So from one of you viewers, sabi niya, hello attorney, I'm a 27-year-old single woman with no children. I have a property under my name. Work as a freelancer with US-based clients, and I'm the breadwinner in my family. I also have my own savings. I'm planning to apply for a UK standard visitor visa to visit my 29-year-old boyfriend. We've been in a relationship for 2 years, have met in person 3 times, and have traveled together both locally and internationally. He will be sponsoring my visit. Okay? I have a few questions, sabi niya. So, unang-una, based on my background, what are the chances of visa approval? Great question. And then number 2, sabi niya, is it advisable to indicate a 5-month stay even though this is my first time applying? And then number 3, my boyfriend recently purchased a flat where I'll be staying. Could this be seen as a red flag? Again, great question. So, thank you so much, sabi niya. So, this is a great question because unang-una, it's a visit visa. And we are now the summer, and lots of people are looking to travel nga, and some no doubt wanting to come to the United Kingdom. And so this is it's if you like, it's a typical example of those looking to enter the United Kingdom to visit. You want to visit, in this case, nga boyfriend nga niya, sometimes it's family. Or sometimes you just want to come in, into the UK to have a look, to have a look at the sites. It's also, just on that, it's not correct to say that you have to be sponsored. It's not that. You can come to the UK to visit the sites, as I say. Yung nga lang, of course, you need to show why it is that you're coming into the United Kingdom and that you have funds and all of that. So yung pag-uusapan nga natin. So it's a great question. I like this question very much. So titignan nga natin all those questions that she's posed, and also, of course, any practical hints, tips that I think you should be aware of. And hopefully, makakakuha nga siya ng visa. So, and she also wants to know what's given you circumstances niya. What are the chances? Although it's never easy to predict, we can certainly have a look. What with those circumstances? Ano ba? What's likely to happen nga? Assuming you can satisfy certain things. So it's a great question. So topic po natin ngayon, applying for visit visa. Based on this viewer's question. So salamat po. So it's as usual. It's I always find it humbling at saka happy about it that you take the time. I'm not a fast typist, so it takes me a while to even to write this out. So that you take the time to think about it, to email me, then to post your question and to share it. Thank you very much. So I will also be dealing with other questions. So One is actually to do with adoption, no? Dependent visa, skilled worker route, so we're going to be talking about all of those other questions, other topics. And as usual, I will try my very best to be practical and hopefully be able to point you in the right direction. So stay tuned. No? Now, we're going to take a quick break. Sandali nga lang po, saglit nga lang, and then we're going to launch into our wonderful topic, applying for a visit visa. I'll see you soon. Welcome back po sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much for joining me again. And welcome to Lira in Law. I'm your host, Lira Simon Kabatbat. I am a solicitor in the United Kingdom of over 3 decades. Oh gosh, over 3 decades. Hopefully you're having a good time. You're having a nice evening. It's the last Thursday of June. Yeah, it's the last Thursday of June. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Mahangin nga lang ngayon, no? So careful. If you're outside, be careful. Now it's very windy outside, but it's still summer, so we should be happy about that. I certainly am. Now, topic po natin ngayon is applying for a visit visa. So just a quick recap. Ang viewer natin who posed a question, single siya, wala siyang anak, 27 nga lang siya, pupunta siya dito, gusto niya bisitahin yung boyfriend nga niya, 29 years old. They've met, traveled also at least 3 times. Question nga niya, unang-una, background nga niya, may trabaho siya, may bahay siya, siyang breadwinner ng pamilya niya, wants to come to the UK. What are the chances of her succeeding with a visit visa application? No? Tapos, pangalawang question niya, she's thinking of coming into the UK, taking the 5-month stay. Is that advisable, even because it's her first time applying? At pangatlo, yung boyfriend niya bumili daw ng bahay dito, ng flat dito. So is that going to be, she's going to stay with him, in that flat? Is that going to be a red flag? So it's generally, as I say, ito nga po, it's a very typical scenario of visit visa application. So it's a great question. Now, una nga, visit visa is exactly that. You're supposed to visit. So it does not allow you generally to work in the UK. It does not allow you generally to study in the United Kingdom. And it does not allow you generally also to swap it over to anything else. So kung mayroong mga tao, sabi niyo, okay, papasok muna ako sa visitor, tapos pagka nandun ako, papalitan ko, hindi po yung pwede. That's not how visit visas work. Now, so the Home Office's starting point is, itong taong to, talaga mabibisita ba nga lang siya? Or is she likely to breach her immigration condition and overstay in the United Kingdom? So it's for you to show that actually, yes, your application is indeed simply to visit the UK. You'll be leaving the UK before your visa will expire, and you're not going to be breaching it by working and other things, or indeed, in this case, maybe to simply stay pursuant to the relationship. So how do you do all that? So unang-una nga, yun ang sitwasyon niya. And the visit visa is, if granted, will be on that basis. Now, visit visas generally are hindi po yung simple. May mga tao sabi na sa akin, visa lang na mapapasok ko. It shouldn't be a problem, right? It actually can be, like all applications, you have to be able to show, you have to satisfy the Home Office that you have genuine intention. So that's actually, intention is the thing that causes people the most problem. Intention can be, and if you like, a negative and a positive thing. So kung wala kayong babalikan sa atin, so sabihin natin siya nga, no, she's single, she has property in her name, but she has employment. If all of those are, and she has a family nga, if all of those are not true, so wala nga siyang trabaho, wala siyang bahay, wala siyang pamilya sa atin, o kung may pamilya nga siya, they're not all working, then it shouldn't be, but it could be that the Home Office thinks, well, what are the chances of this person actually leaving the United Kingdom again? I know it's a terrible thing to be thinking, okay, kung wala kang pera, eh, baka yung ang gagawin mo. But unfortunately, I've that in my experience, no, is something that truly concerns nga the Home Office. So how do you address that? Now, unang-una nga, sabi mo, based on your background, what are the chances of visa approval? Probably quite good, no? Which is good news. How do you show that though? Tip 1 ko, statement. Ano bang affidavit? I'm not talking about bank statement. You should also provide that. But I'm talking about a statement, para bang affidavit. Lagay nyo doon. It doesn't have to be, and should not be, rather, melodramatic. Do not be saying things like, oh, and I love him very much, and we only get together, once every couple of years. They don't want to know that. What they want to know is mainly facts. No? So kung bibisita ka, so the statement should start always with anong pangalan mo, saan ka nakatira nga ngayon, what are you looking to do? So you would probably say, I make a statement in support of my application for visit visa to visit my boyfriend, bigyan mo pangalan niya, who resides at, bigyan mo pangalan nga niya. And then sabihin mo background mo and put headings, so hindi ka nga sila malilito. So my background, no? So sabihin mo doon, yung ilang taong ka, saan ka nakatira, na yung bahay sa'yo, you sabi mo nga dito, you have US-based clients nga, anong ginagawa mo, what's your income, no? So all of those, starting point. Tapos lagay mo background ng boyfriend mo. May trabaho siguro siya, dahil kabibili nga lang niyang bahay. So where is he British, for example, no? So lagay mo din background nga niya. And that when you also met, no? So you met on whenever it is, or how did you meet also? Since then you've been emailing, or not emailing, but it's you've probably been calling each other, no? Once, twice, 3 times every day, no? So you've been you've pursued your relationship, you're in touch on a daily basis, but he also comes to the Philippines, or you meet somewhere else nga, when you travel, the list mo, no? Yung mga travel dates, where did you go, all of that, lagay mo lahat sa statement nyo. And then of course, you need to say, what's the plan, no? So your relationship has been ongoing now for 2 years. It is a consideration to take it further, to formalize it by way of a marriage, but you probably don't want to do things too quickly. You're very cautious people. That's probably what it is nga. And as a starting point, you want to also be able to see the UK and be with him in the United Kingdom, no? Again, to test your relationship. Sabihin mo nga doon, yun, no? And then what's the plan pagka nandito ka na? I mean, are you looking to potentially stay in the United Kingdom to stay with him in his flat? Are his parents around? Are you going to meet them, for example, ganon, no? So it's for you to say, what is the plan, no? If you're looking to stay for longer than, say, the usual holiday period is 2 weeks, no, for those in Europe, then what's the plan? Is it you're looking to go to Scotland? You're going to look to Wales? No. What about him? Is he looking to also take the time off for all that time? If you're going to be here for 5 months, nga sabi mo. Okay. So it's for you to satisfy the Home Office that you are a genuine applicant for a visit visa. Now, documents are king. So bank statement mo, especially kung meron kang pera nga, no? Bank statement niya, no? Dahil siguro, not necessarily, but siguro siya namang magbabayad ng para sa pag naglalakwat siya nga kayo, or anything like that. And of course, if you're staying in his flat, there probably won't be any accommodation costs, no? So lagay nyo din yung bank statement niya. Preferably 6 months. So 6 months bank statement mo, 6 months bank statement niya. You absolutely should say that he has accommodation nga. He should also provide evidence of that accommodation, which is usually something from the land registry because he owns it now. So you need to show that you have enough money when you are in the United Kingdom. Kung siya magbabayad lahat, you must make sure na meron din siyang statement. And sasabihin nga niya sa statement niya, when you are here, when my girlfriend is in the United Kingdom, I will be the one responsible for all costs, including any going out costs. She will not be required to pay anything. No, so also say that. If that's the case, then hindi nga lang yung bank statement niya, but also pay slips would be good, especially kung magandang sweldo niya. Okay, and also say, which is probably true because this is normally the case with a lot of applicants and their sponsors. He may say, well, he only has 4 weeks in a year available to him, whereas on this occasion, this year, you have a bit more time available to you because also of your work commitments. That being the case, you've decided that in fact you want to be able to spend a bit more time together, also to pursue your relationship. And if that all works out, maybe when you return or next year, you may then pursue an application either as a fiance or indeed a spouse if you're looking to marry. Lagay nyo din yun, no? What's the plan? Okay. Because you see, if you're planning to, in due course, make an application for a spouse visa or fiance visa to come back into the United Kingdom, then it would not make sense for you to breach your migration condition now to simply or to stay as a visitor. Why would you do that? Counterproductive. So say that also. You want to pursue your relationship. You want to see if you can get on better in the or can get on in the United Kingdom for a longer period, and then after that it may be that you would wish to formalize your relationship. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na you're gonna stay here forevermore. You will go back and come back into the UK. Sabihin mo din yun. So first tip ko, prepare statements. Hindi lang para sa iyo but para sa boyfriend mo. Okay? And set it out. Back it up with documents. Bank statements, pay slips nga, bank statement mo kung if you are not employed, doesn't sound like you're employed, it sounds like you're self-employed, nagbabayad ka ng tax. So how do you prove that you have this income? If you own a property, how do you prove that? Yung title deeds nga. Mga pamilya mo, you're the breadwinner, but okay. But you're presumably you have enough money nga for them to be able to continue you supporting them whilst you are on holiday. Okay? So it's for you to show that it's a genuine intention. Now let's go on to the period of time you're applying for. Now visit visas are usually 6 months, sometimes 1 year, 2 years. Hindi ibig sabihin that you can stay here for 1 year or 2 years na tuloy-tuloy. It's 180 days, 6 months maximum time that you can stay in the United Kingdom. So if you get a visa for, let's say, 2 years nga, a visit visa for 2 years, hindi ibig sabihin nandito ka for 2 years. You can only stay every time you stay in the UK, come into the UK, a maximum of 6 months, okay, until that visa expires. Now, on 6 months, I mean, you put down 5 months. I'm not really sure why you put 5 months. If you're looking to stay in the UK for 5 months, then you need to apply for a 6-month visa. So when you get that, when you make your application, lagay mo din doon. So you apply for 6-month visa. Ang payo ko, apply for multiple visa because it could be na gusto mong labas-pasok. So during the time of your visa, kung 6 months nga yun, you can enter the UK, you can exit the UK, come back into the United Kingdom as long as that visa is still valid. If it's a multiple visit visa, if it's a single entry visa, isang beses lang. Okay? So you can do that. You can say, you should also be frank. If you're looking to stay for 5 months, then say why it is that you're staying for 5 months. Because 5 months is a long time. It could be that it's because you want to test your relationship now. It's not an issue that also your income is not compromised by it. You have enough to be able to support your family. Siya naman magbabayad lahat. So say that also. No, so there's a plan. Again, it's what they want to see is a realistic account of your plan. No? Um, if you are, and I've seen this happen when people have some money but it's not a lot, pero lahat ng savings nga nila mauubos for the flight and the hotel in the UK. And may pamilya sila sa atin. And the first thing that the Home Office will likely say is, why would you do that? Why would you spend your life savings to come to the UK to visit, you know, to visit Buckingham Palace? Why would you do that? So it then sabi mo nga, it then raises red flags, as you put it. Okay. Now, just on that, take me nicely and neatly to the red flag. Sabi nga niya, my boyfriend recently purchased a flat where I'll be staying. Could that be seen as a red flag? No, no. Okay. I mean, say that you. I mean, I would even say that if I were him. It's a statement nga niya. So he can say that he recently purchased a flat for he wants to be able to show it to you. He wants to be able to invite you and for you to stay in the flat. This of course means that there are no costs in relation to no hotel costs. No, so sabihin nyo. And he should provide a land registry entry. It's called office copy entry from the land registry. It has been done that he actually owns the flat. No? So income, no, importante po yun. And of course, accommodation comes with financial thing. And importante is really intention. No? Because you're young, he's young. It could be that there's some concerns nga, but look, your circumstances are actually advantageous, no? Okay, you're not, you don't have children. You say nga dito, you're single, you have a home, you have a property in your name, you're a freelancer, you have clients who are US based, which I assume means that meron kang okay na income nga, you're supporting nga your family. So all those things, and your boyfriend you've known for 2 years now, it's not a new relationship. He has a home here. You also traveled with him. Emphasize that also, no, when you travel. And now it's what you want to do is actually come to the UK and in fact see the United Kingdom. Okay. So going back to your first question, no, what are the chances of a visa approval? Probably not bad, no? But it's for you to show na talaga nga itong situation mo, no? And this based on this, why would you overstay? No? So make it very clear that it's simply a visit visa. If they're going to be concerned about your intention, they will be concerned equally, even if you say 5 weeks or 5 months. So if they're not going to be concerned dahil may pera ka, meron kang magandang sitwasyon mo sa atin, magandang sitwasyon ng boyfriend mo nga dito, wala yung problema, they see that this is a young couple who want to see whether they want to take this relationship further, then it doesn't matter if you're going to stay for 5 weeks or 5 months. The concern will not be there. Okay? So it's for you to show it. So I hope that you'll be able to get it and apply. It'll be nice for you to visit him nga in the UK, especially kung meron siyang bagong bahay, no, bagong flat nga dito. I'm sure he probably wants to show you his flat, his home, his new abode, and also, why not? Why not? Yeah, why not tour the UK? Let me know what happens. Okay, because I truly am interested. Mga viewers natin, mga kaibigan nga natin, when I post questions nga to me, and I hope that I'm able to assist by answering it. I really am truly interested kung anong nangyari. It's a bit like watching a film. Halfway nga lang, tapos hindi mo alam kung anong nangyari. So it bugs me when I don't know what happens. So please let me know what happens. I hope you get it. And if you don't, again, let me know. Okay? Now, I hope that was of interest to you and that you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I like talking about. I mean, I'm passionate about law, and I'm passionate about immigration. But there are certain, if you like, topics nga, no, that come up time and time again, and I certainly try and keep up to date now, because this is they are they are typical, no, scenarios. So, and visit visa certainly is one. And so I hope that was helpful to you, and I certainly enjoyed the topic. Now, okay, so that being the case, we go to speaking of enjoyment nga, we go to my favorite section. Well, I say again, I like the whole thing, pero itong paborito ko, which is the batian section natin. So hopefully, may bumabati. Kung hindi nyo pa ako binabati, don't be shy. It's between us. Okay, sandali. Tingnan nga natin. Let me have a look. Sinong bumata? Please say hello, ha? Say hello, say hello. So, sandali. Let me have a look. Tingnan ko nga. Miss Rafael. I was thinking about you, Miss Rafael, because I was looking at when Wimbledon is, which is, it seems, in a week or two's time, no? So Miss Rafael hails from Wimbledon, and she's feeling good because she's writing me in all caps. Hello, good evening, Attorney Lira, and happy Thursday to all viewers watching at home in Wimbledon. I think that Wimbledon is a lovely, lovely place. Miss Rafael is so lucky, no? But she's a traveler now, Miss Rafael. She is at the moment in Wimbledon, but most of the time she's traveling elsewhere. I hope you're well, no, Miss Rafael? And I hope that you're not too, ang init nga ngayon, no? It's a little bit too warm. Well, no, it's not a little bit too warm. It's a bit muggy, yun ang problema ko. So I'm sweating. Anyway, now, sino pang bumabati sa atin? Guy, of course, Guy, the great guy from London. So sabi niya, araw na Thursday to Attorney Lira and to the viewers. Nakakauhaw ang init. Tama ka, no? I worked in Canary Wharf today and taking care of Justin. Oh, you were in the tube then, no? Still good news, Attorney Lira. I'm still an Uncle Pinoy ambassador here in the UK. If you like chicken, inasal, and lechon belly, wow, use Guy the Guy promo code for 10% discount, right? Looking forward to lots of learning again, and to Attorney Lira's lovely voice, Guy the great guy. Wow. I mean, how can you say no to that? Chicken inasal and lechon. I haven't had lechon for ages. I love the lechon sauce. No? Ewan ko gusto niyo, but I like it. Miss Jones is a great dancer. I'll just get that out there. Don't ask me how I know. A windy Thursday evening to Attorney Lira and to all viewers. Hope everyone is well and good. Ay, nako. Ngayon, earlier on, I mean, I was stuck in my office it's quite busy. I was stuck actually in my room for all this time. No? And on Thursdays, bukas kami hanggang 7 o'clock. So, I barely moved apart from getting some coffee. So I got a lot of coffee today. But I just, every time I left my room, which was seldom nga, I look out and the wind is going, you know? The trees are flailing about. So it's, careful, careful. Ingat nga kayo. It's, when they say, when it's windy here, they really mean windy, you know? So stay inside if you're a bit unsteady, no? Oh, Miss May Tigbao Vargas. Oh, we love her. Hello and good evening, Attorney Lira, and to all the viewers, happy Thursday, watching from Exeter in Devon. It must be so lovely there. The few occasions, and only very few occasions, I've been to Devon. Summertime, they've always been summertime nga, no? Ang ganda-ganda, no? I hope that you're enjoying you're enjoying Devon and the warm weather, no? Natalia de Guzman. Yeah. Good evening, Attorney Lira, and to you too, madam. How are things with you? I hope that you're inside. I was gonna say napakalamig. Hindi, of course. It's very, very windy. So ingat ka nga, no? Kung nasa labas ka, no? Hindi pa ako kumakain. Kumain na kayo? Have you all had dinner? I've not had dinner yet. Oh, Mariam Gavicia Paner. We love Miss Paner. Hello po, Attorney. Sabi niya, no? Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po. Happy Thursday, madam. Is that you in the picture? Ikaw ba yan? It's lovely, no? It's just the only thing. Pagka nagpapadala kayo sa picture, nagpapadala kayo, I only see the picture, a small one, no? Oh, Ma'am Cora Casola. Hello, pretty attorney. Lira and everyone. Masayang gabi po sa inyo. I've had the pleasure of meeting Ma'am Cora. She's lovely. She really is. I hope you're well, madam, and you're inside as opposed to being outside where it's windy nga, no? I mean, the last few weeks have been quite warm, no? Ang init nga. Sa gabi, ay ko, nakakatulog ba kayo? Ako, it's so hot at the moment. Kahit bukas nga ang bintana ko, I'm still warm. It probably doesn't help that I have a duvet. Kayo, ewan ko kung meron kayong duvet nga, no? I have to have my duvet. It's habit. But of course, makapal. So I'm sweating. Hey guy, the great guy from London. So first star question, suggestion lang. Pagdating ng girlfriend sa UK, patikim niya ng boyfriend ang Uncle Pinoy chicken, no? Inasal at or lechon belly. Parang celebrations na rin. Absolutely, no? I mean, I remember growing up, no, with it was a treat lechon, and yung lechon sauce, and trying to get as much lechon sauce as I could. Then alam ko mawawala nga yung lechon, no, fairly quickly within like 5 minutes of everyone sitting down. So I didn't have the lechon sauce as a leftover nga kasama ng kanin. No ko sa inyo, no? That or natatanda niyo ba yung, ang tawag ba? Camaron rebosado ata? I haven't had that for ages. Oh, Miss Risa Nadella. Hello, attorney. Sabi niya, hello, madam, kamusta ka? Nandito ka ngayon? Or are you away and holidaying? I have a few people actually, a few clients and friends nga din, ano, in the Philippines at the moment. Sabi nila mainit daw. Mainit ba? Wala, lagi mainit sa atin. But mas mainit daw nga ngayon, sabi nila. I hope kung nandun ka, be careful, no? Init. Oh, Mariam Galicia pa na. Opo, ako yaan. You need to send me this picture in bigger. Dahil napakaliit, I can't see. But from what I can see, it's great. But you know, I mean, you're a gorgeous woman, no? Now, okay, so I think that may be our greeters for the time being. So let's crack on. I mustn't forget. I get so carried away with our greeters now because I do like it so, no? I forget, meron pa tayong mga questions. So without further ado, let's go on to the next question nga. So let me have a look. Sabi niya dito. So I would like to ask if you have any insights regarding the process of adopting a child in the UK. Here in the UK, what are the legal requirements and what should we expect during the process? I would really appreciate any guidance or information you could share. Oh, madam, adoption is probably one of the most complex areas of law. Yes, that's it. No, I can't really qualify it more than that, because they want to make sure that the child is also protected and that you are a fit person to adopt. So the process is complex and long. So be prepared. No, it will take me, frankly, the most of the night, if not longer, to explain the process. But let me just say this: you will have to go through assessments. So local authority will check you out. They'll want to make sure that you are a proper and fit person to adopt. There will be courses that you will need to likely go through. They'll want to see it. They'll check out your background mo nga. Do you have children, for example? Any issues there nga? Do you have a partner? All of those will need to be looked at and be prepared for a long slog. And then to formalize an adoption, you will need to make an application to the court for an adoption order. But before you get there, you will need to ensure nga na ready ka na. And that, so, for example, social services, or you've been assessed and all of that. So lots of things need to happen even before you go to court. So if you email me, yung email mo, there's a kind of a summary that may be quite useful for you from a government website, actually. So if you email me your email, ang gagawin ko, I'll email you the link. Start with that. Okay. Right? Good luck. I'm sure you will make a good adoptive parent, and so good luck with that. Now, so let me just see. I'm sure we have other questions now. Let me just have a look. Let me check. So it's the problem always when you're on live, no? Let me have a look now. Let me check. Oh, I can't bring up the next question. So let me have another go. Makita ko nga. So let me have a go. Oh, sandali. Okay, so oh, okay. So ito. I'm on a dependent visa, sabi niya, no? Husband is on a skilled worker visa and currently pregnant. Congratulations. Due to a traumatic experience with UK healthcare, I'm planning to give birth in the Philippines and stay there for about a year. Sabi niya, my visa is valid until December 2026. Will staying outside the UK for over 180 days affect my visa status? Potentially in two ways. Okay. So, una nga, they would, you're here on a dependent visa. They'll want to ensure that the relationship's still ongoing. The fact that you're pregnant by your husband is not necessarily a guarantee, no, that the relationship is ongoing. So being away from him for a year plus, that may raise concerns about whether or not your relationship's still ongoing. Now, in any event, it will have a knock-on effect when you can make an application for indefinite leave to remain. So sabihin natin pagka ready na kayo magpasok ng application for indefinite leave to remain. If you are away for longer than 180 days in any given 12-month period, it could be that it will break then the continuous residence required in order to be able to show the 5 years for getting indefinite leave to remain. So consider, or rather reconsider, if that's really something you want to do. I'm sorry that you had a traumatic experience with UK healthcare. I hope you're okay. Good luck. Let me know. Okay. Now, I'm sure meron pa tayong mga questions so let me just have a look. Okay, ito po. I'm currently in the process of switching from a dependent visa to a skilled work visa. And one of the requirements is proof of English, of English language proficiency. I took the IELTS in UKVI in December 2023 and received an overall band score of 6. Pretty good. Will still be accepted. Will this still be accepted for my application? Also, may I ask what the minimum score is? Okay. So actually, this is one that I get asked relatively regularly, actually. Normally, though, it's the other way around. So a skilled worker nga, tapos gusto niyang palitan to that of a dependent visa, as a spouse. But this time, and that's why I like this question nga, it's the other way. So dependent nga siya, she's switching from a dependent visa to a skilled work visa. Now, meron na siyang IELTS. And overall band score is 6. So pwede ba niyang gamitin yon para doon sa skilled worker route application nga niya. Now, let's look at this, yeah? So there are many qualifications that would be acceptable for the Home Office to show na your command of English, your proficiency in English, as you say, is sufficient, no? They're quite strict as regards employment-based visas because they want to make sure that you can converse at least, in the UK. Now, level 6, band score 6, sabi niya dito, that skill is equivalent to what they call, skill level competent, So if you look at the Home Office website, if you scored an average of band 6 nga, skill level competent, it means that the test taker, ikaw, has an effective command of the language, of English language, despite some inaccuracies, potentially inappropriate usage and misunderstanding. So it's you're competent with your usage. They can use and understand reasonably complex language, particularly in familiar situations. So that is the level. What the Home Office says this, for if you're making an application for visa as an employee, I mean, of course, kailangan mo kita, don't forget, you need to be able to show costs and your income satisfies the requirement, all of those, don't forget that. But what does the Home Office say in relation to the English language is, you must prove you can read, write, speak, and understand English to at least level B1. Okay? On the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, often called CE, or I often just see it as CEFR scale, Now, and let me just show you, actually, I got this especially for you. Let me just show you my chart. Ito po, So I put I put an arrow where you would come in. So sabi nga doon, so you would come in under, I don't think pwede kong palakihin to. I don't think I can. But you can have a look later on. I'll make sure that it stays on the Facebook nga. So makikita mo diyan, you come actually under upper intermediate, which is in fact B2, level B2, yung band mo. Because when you total up the bands, 6.5, 6, and then 5.5, that gives you the average of 6. So you're in band 6 nga total. And at the moment, that would be equivalent to a B2 level. Ang kailangan mo nga lang is B1. So you've actually exceeded it a little bit. So as I see it, but of course, hindi ko alam kung anong where you took it, and that's all okay. But assuming all of that, your IELTS score, band 6, is likely to be sufficient for the B1 because you exceed it, because you actually have B2 level. By the way, the normal validity is 2 years from the date that you took it. So if you took it in, sabi mo December, sabi mo sa akin, December 2023, then you're looking at validity, at least for the moment, until the end of this year. December 2025. So it should be fine. Is the quick answer. So it's it's good luck. I hope that goes okay. I mean, it's the English language. Actually, it's just take it one step further. It will become more and more prominent. Now, going back to the white paper, the one that was published back in May, one of the things na gusto nilang palitan is to increase the level from B1 to B2. So even if they do for you, it's likely you will satisfy it anyway. But that's one of the things they want to do, is increase the level of skill set or English language skill that you need to be able to show. Presently B1, they want to see potentially increasing it to B2. And I think that's one of the proposals that will probably be implemented. There's some that may be not, but I do think they will implement that. I'm surprised actually that they haven't implemented it before this. So yeah, you're probably looking at a B2 level soon. So so if you think you have issues nga with B1 with the English language, especially pasok na kayo ng indefinite leave to remain, which is settlement status, of course, o kaya for naturalization, if you've not taken your English language before, do it now, okay? Because I think the white paper will come into play fairly soon, and that would then mean that you can you would need to satisfy the higher level. But most of my clients, hindi nga problema yung B1. or indeed even B2, most of the time, ang problema nga yung life in the UK test. So, kung balak nyo, magpapasok na kayo yung indefinite leave to remain, o kaya naturalization if you've not taken your test nga before, start now. Dahil yung life in the UK po, hindi po yung basta-basta. You know? You really do need, or at least I find mga kliyente ko, do need to study for it. The average, I would say, at the moment, passing the third time, average. You know? I have some clients who do not pass, unfortunately, for a while. You know? The record I have is something like one of my clients, he's taken it now, I think 11 times. He's taking it very frequently. But he is, to his credit, he's persevering. You know? But after a while nga, no, sabi nga niya sa akin, you kind of get so nervous about it that he's sabi nga niya, he uupo siya and then nanginginig na siya because he's so he gets so concerned about it, and that of course then adds to the nervousness, you know. So anyway, so sabi ko nga sa kanya, look, you have to see about getting a tutor. So it's not so much the substantive knowledge, but probably the leading into it, you know, the taking it, the being, if you like, chilled about it when you're taking it. Yeah. So yeah, so it's not an easy task. Kung yung plano nyo, gawin nyo. Okay? Gawin nyo na nga ngayon, because as I say, the May, you know, policy that was published, the white paper, is likely to make it harder. Okay. Now, tingnan ko nga if there's anyone else to say hello. Otherwise, Ma'am Cora, sabi po niya, no? Nasa labas ako, attorney, but listening to the topics you're sharing to us. Oh, salamat, Ma'am Cora. That's so kind of you. I mean, nasa labas ka ngayon, pero pauwi ka na. I hope so, no? Because it's so windy outside. It's astonishing. Para bang Pilipinas, no? Typhoon season. So it's actually I think it is typhoon season na ngayon, no? Sa Pinas. June, July tayo, di ba? So look, Ma'am Cora, pasok ka na, no? Kain, no? Actually, as I say, I have not eaten. I hope you have. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner actually. Ngayon, siguro, I think I have some leftovers. No, some leftovers nga lang. Now, salamat po for joining me again on this kind of muggy Thursday evening, windy outside, warm inside. No, but salamat po. No, it's always a pleasure, and I always enjoy talking to you, and I hope you'll continue to talk to me. No, so next week po, we're going to tackle. Oh, this is I don't normally, alam niyo naman, I don't normally say what the next topic will be this much in advance nga. But next week we're going to be talking about the Migration Advisory Committee, MAC's report on spouse income. Okay, so a bit of a teaser nga. Is it gonna go up, the spouse income, minimum income requirement, or is it gonna go down? O ano bang plano nila? Anong suggestion nga nila? The report was only published, I think last week. No? So it's been a long time coming. It's likely that the government will follow the MAC report. They usually do. They usually follow their suggestions. Yeah? The report goes on for 120 pages. I know because I printed it. So I'll be plowing through it so you don't have to. Yung pag-uusapan po natin next week. So if you are concerned about sapat ba ang pera nyo, if you're looking to sponsor your partner into the UK, either fiancé, unmarried spouse, or indeed spouse, no? Kung kasal nga kayo, or you're thinking of doing it, okay? O kaya nasa Pilipinas kayo, you're thinking of coming into the United Kingdom, again, to sponsor, to be with your partner in the UK. Yung star question nga natin, kung balak nyo later on is for you to come into the UK as a spouse, you must tune in next week, because this change, and it's likely to be if there's going to be a change nga, will probably affect you. So at the moment, the minimum income requirement is £29,000. That came into play in 2023. It was previously 18,600. Tinasan nila £29,000. Now MAC, that is the Migration Advisory Committee, have reported, and they've said in their 120 pages report, what their recommendation. Do they say it's going to? Do they say it should go up? Do they say it should go down? What are the factors that the government should take into account when or if to make changes nga? So big topic natin next week. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't write with your topics, of course, no, with your questions. You should still do that. Pero topic po natin next week, MAC report on spouse income, minimum income requirement. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Stay tuned and you'll find out. Okay. So for the moment, salamat po for joining me. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Shout outs to the Facebook groups that have that allow us to post our contents on their web on their pages nga. Salamat po. Viewers, no? New viewers, older viewers, no? Kaibigan nga natin, thank you very much for tuning in and keeping me company. Much appreciated. If you have any questions, post it to me by next Wednesday, and I will try and of course deal with them in in the detail that we have now ngayon. So until then, it just leaves me really to say thank you again for keeping me company. I hope that you are safe and sound and not windy outside. Ma'am Cora, pasok ka na, uwi ka na, no? Be safe, yeah. And I hope to see you all next week. But for the time being, thank you very much for joining me again at Lira and Law, and see you next week, same time, same place. Sige po, bye.